Hi everyone and welcome back to another GMG Watches video. Today I am very excited to show you this very special piece, which is the brand new release Rolex Daytona 126506. Now, this is a watch I have been very excited to have a look at. I will be honest, I haven't even seen the watch yet. I've asked not to see it. This will be the very first time I see it with you guys. I'm going to give you my honest opinion on the watch. I'm going to show you around the watch, and yeah, hope you enjoy it as much as I'm going to enjoy seeing it for the first time. So let's have a look. Wow, okay. Okay, wow. So you may have seen some of our previous videos, or you may be well versed in Daytonas and the new references that have been released. There are a few subtle changes to the Daytonas. So first things first is the watch does appear to look a little bit smaller than its predecessor, but it is the same size. It is still 40mm. It is simply the fact that around the bezel, you've got the platinum outline around the outside. The chronographs in the middle, they are a little bit thinner as well, which just gives the watch that extra elegant feel. Something I do really like on the new Daytonas, especially. And then the indices on the inside, they are a little bit smaller as well, I believe. So overall, they've minimalised features on the dial to obviously enhance the watch. The one thing I'm sure you've all tuned in to see on this video is the open case back on this watch. Do I like it? I'm not sure. I will be honest, it doesn't feel like a Daytona to me, but I think it's just because it's new. I think I will warm up to it. I do love an open case back, I will be honest. I'm a very big fan of it. I love seeing the workings of the watch, and especially on a watch such high end like this, you know, an open case back makes sense. I think it's just the case that it is very new, and it's unusual to see this on a Daytona of all things. But again, absolutely amazing craftsmanship by Rolex, and definitely an extra selling point with these new models. So there isn't much difference between this and the old reference. There is a new caliber, which is a 4131. What that entails, as I've said in previous videos, we are yet to find out. But obviously Rolex being Rolex, they are very detailed with everything they do. So I'm sure there is a very serious point to this. It has a 72-hour power reserve and is water resistant up to 100 meters. However, you would have to be a very brave man or woman to be swimming or going in any kind of water with a £100,000 watch on your wrist. Braver than me, that is for sure. Now, this watch retails for £65,500 and can be found on the grey market for around about £110,000. Now, that is obviously a bit of a premium to be paying, but you would have to spend a considerable amount with your local Rolex AD to even be offered one of these. The older models are cheaper. You are looking at about, you know, £10,000 to £20,000 price difference. Is it worth it? For me, it's a very similar watch. There isn't much difference, but if you are wanting a very rare piece, which these are at the minute, they're hard to get hold of, and you want to be in that exclusive club of owning one of the first in the UK, then of course, you know, it's worth paying that extra bit. Do I think that they will command a higher price going forward? Of course I do. You know, a 2022 model is going for around 90s. So, you know, this is a year newer reference, got the open case back, it's got obviously the newer features, so just depends on what your preference is. Would I buy the newer version or the older version? I think for me, I like new things. I'd be going for this newer one. Would I get it with this dial that we've got here, or would I be going for the Platinum Baguette dial? I think I'd go for the Platinum Baguette. Of course, it's going to cost more money, but I think if you're going for a watch of this size, you might as well go all out. I know there'll be a lot of people in the comments that will say otherwise, and will say, no, go for this with the batons, but personal preference, I suppose. There is another thing that obviously you get when buying a Platinum watch from Rolex, and it is this much bigger, better box. Now, this also doubles up as a jewellery box, so fellas, if you're buying this for yourself, obviously you can give the box to your missus as a jewellery box, or use it yourself, or ladies, if you're buying this watch, then obviously you've got yourself a ready-made jewellery box at the same time. Now, let me show you the comparison between this and a standard Rolex box. As you can see, you've got this, which you can lift up. You've got your little jewellery box and bits and bobs in there. And then obviously you've got your fold down where you'd keep all your paperwork, your booklets, your tags, etc. On the standard Rolex box, which is nothing to scream and shout about, you've got your cushion. You haven't got the little compartment underneath, unfortunately, and then you've got obviously the usual storage. Is the watch worth the premium just for the box alone? Probably not, but it's a little bit extra and something different to get out of Rolex. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about this watch and about the Rolex Daytona models in general. Now, I'm sure most of you will already know what I'm about to say, but for those of you who are new to Rolex and new to the Daytona range, let me give you a little bit of information about the model. Now, the Rolex Daytona is famous for a couple of its features, one of which is the bezel, which has been moulded in a tachymetric scale for measuring average speeds up to 400 miles an hour. It has a Cerachrome bezel, which is a chestnut brown colour. This matches the rings of the subdials featured upon the dial. Now, this does look black in certain lights, but I can tell you it is a chestnut brown up close. This particular model, as I've already said, is very, very special as it is the first to come with an open caseback. It has 18 karat gold applied hour markers and hands. The hands have a chromolite display which makes them highly legible in the darkness. This Rolex model is a platinum watch and is one of the higher priced sports models in the Rolex range. Now, the platinum used in this watch is exclusive to Rolex and is made in Rolex's own foundry. Each watch and its metal used in the watch are tested and inspected in an in-house laboratory, which is only the best state-of-art equipment. As I said earlier, Rolex are very, very particular with their watches. They will only ever leave the Rolex manufacturer when they are 100% checked and verified. Rolex takes pride in its painstaking attention to detail and the quality of every single watch that they make. Now guys, what I want to know is, which watch would you be buying? Is the open case back and the little amendments that they've made to the watch justified in the price, or would you be buying the older model? Let me know which you prefer in the comments. I want to see different opinions. I want to hear them all, and I'll be getting back to some of you guys. So please do go ahead and comment. I will be responding personally to them. Please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll hopefully see you for another video very, very soon.